best location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Golden State Warriors. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Anthony Davis was among the top candidates for last season's Defensive Player of the Year award. AD said he takes pride in his defense, adding, anytime guys feel they can score it on me, I take it personally. Kevin, it's going to take an awful lot to get your shots up over the brow. Back to you.
Sure does, D.A. Thank you so much. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now, Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is up there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the three, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the three spot. So Golden State will get the first possession. Now Curry. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. He can't get it to go. Wiggins with some nice D. Now the Warriors moving it up. Bobbed up there for Green.
Yeah, some situational awareness there from Klay Thompson. He understands the offense. He understands where the cutters are, and he finds one.
And we hear a player's attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Klay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the third day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year. But the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
Here's Wiggins, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Green kicks to Wiggins. They kick it out to Green. Back to Wiggins. 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Thompson with it. Now Green defending. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. LeBron with it. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
LeBron sometimes will show him off. The handle's right there, pretty sick, slicing up the defense that time.
LeBron against Curry. Feeds it to Green. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green.
I don't know what you do there on the pick and roll. You're so worried about Steph, he ends up moving the ball to get points.
LeBron outside. And finished off by LeBron.
And this is what he does so well, putting the defender back on his heels and being relentless in flying to the basket.
Curry looking it over. Feeds it to Thompson. Pass to Curry. 6 to shoot. Over James. Curry can't get it to go.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Shoots from the corner. James misses. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Thompson. Rebound the Lakers.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And it's good for 2. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way.
Curry passes to Wiggins. missed inside. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. So, Greg, as you know, we asked Steph Curry, a great self-motivator in his own way, who holds you to the highest standard? And here's what he had to say.
Oh, my wife, for sure. Never ever want to disappoint her. She shoots to me straight. That's the biggest thing, whether I play well or not. I don't get too big of a head, or I don't feel too down on myself either.
Sounds like he's got a good team, both at home and right here in front of us.
Steph has already put up a Hall of Fame career, but you can tell he doesn't feel anywhere near being done.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Morris. He's out there with Kyle Kuzma. JaVale McGee is out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
You have to get in front of Dwight Howard. When he has that kind of room to soar, he's going to finish alley-oops with style.
To the middle, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The Warriors making the shot. Begins with the block.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact. And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And here's Rondo after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And they double up Rondo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Although he's a bit smaller, Rondo knows he's got to outthink guys on the interior, and that time drew the contact.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Davis is checked in for Morris. LeBron comes in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Green in for Alex Caruso.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Now here's Curry. Unloads. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but is Davis competing in the All-Star Slam Dunk contest? I give him a 48.
Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression. It's a second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
For Los Angeles, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Free throw good, LeBron.
And it's the all-around game of LeBron James. Dominant scorer, great rebounder, incredible passer. and an intense defender when he wants to be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
How about Curry angling his body perfectly on that shot, going straight into the contact. Those free throws are automatic.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And here's James outside.
And have to love that tenaciousness there by Wiggins. He has all the tools to be a great defender.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers on top, up by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. They're in good position at the half after a second quarter that was dead even in scoring. What do you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Well, they've given a good show to their fans so far, executing well on their home court. It's far from a done deal, though. This is a game they do not, I repeat, they do not want to let get away from that.
And Shaq, what do you have to say about the Warriors?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side. Not that bad.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5 spot. 3 on the clock. Floats one up. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Warriors trail by 4. On the wing, Thompson jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Howard.
Even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Green, that one good for 2. And the Lakers lead by 6. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you. And here is LeBron after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. James, no good. Wiggins surveying the floor. Right side Curry. They kick it out to Green. Chris pass to Curry. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts. Easily leaping up to throw that one away.
LeBron against Curry. With the floater, and James with the layup. James has got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Curry with it. And it's Howard picking him up. Curry, good.
Yeah, this is demoralizing, I think, for a defense. You want Steph to score on the interior, but that's too easy.
LeBron against Curry. From the stripe, and James gets it to go. 10 points for him.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Curry passes to Chris. Thompson outside. Higgins outside. Lock at 6. No good there. Excellent D from Howard.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Yep, that one goes.
Good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another 3 for Golden State.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
And we've reached the end of the third. Lakers lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Markieff Morris. And there's Davis. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2. That's the Laker 5. Curry against Rondo. Unloads from 13. That's tipped.
Chris rises up, and is he playing volleyball? He just spiked that one away.
Green kicks to Thompson. To take the lead. Another 3 for Golden State.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Davis up top, guarded by Green. It's stolen by Green. Curry outside. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Pointer falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 7. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Some changes for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Thank you, David. And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, I feel like the ball really isn't even getting anywhere close to the rim. It's all cotton right now.
Lakers trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. Ledee doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Wiggins passes to Curry. They double-team Curry. Wiggins finds Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Thompson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. There's the pass to Davis. Over Chris. It's deflected. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one drops. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Count that one.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. And the basket by Curry.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Here's Kuzma. Off target with that shot. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
I feel great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.